Hey, yes sir, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy D-Nolly, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another Forza Horizon 3 build video, man. If you guys want to see some Forza 7 videos before Forza Horizon 4 comes out, let me know down in the comments section. But until then, we are going to continue on with the Forza Horizon 3 videos, since those are the ones that get the most response on the channel, man. Before today's video, we do have a request, as per usual, this time coming from only a couple of people, man. As always, don't forget to let me know what build you guys want to see on next week's video, man. But today's request is coming from Isaiah Ring, Todd Vlogs 473, and Tom Wills. And they all want to see Polecat 324's new 2018 Dodge Charger Scat Pack, man. Now, if you guys have not seen Polecat's channel, he is a gamer much like myself, plays a little bit of Forza. Notice he's been playing a lot of Department of Justice, which actually, to be honest, I started watching a couple of the videos, and I have to say, the game itself looks pretty cool. Now, I'm not sure if it's a game that I myself would be able to create content for. However, it does look like a super fun game to play. Now, for those of you guys who watch Polecat's channel, you will know that he has the 2018 SRT Hellcat. Sorry, not the Hellcat, the Scat Pack version, which is much different from the Hellcat. But since we cannot buy the 2018 Scat Pack, we are going to go with this 2015 Hellcat, man. Now, obviously, there are a few things a little bit different between the Scat Pack and the Hellcat. Obviously, the Hellcat having that 707 horsepower. Big numbers, man. We're going to start out with the red color, and then, you know, we're going to change it a little bit as we go. Now, since this is the Hellcat, and obviously this thing's going to have quite a bit more power than the Scat Pack, the upgrades that we're going to do are not going to be very much. Now, mainly, I do want to check out some engine swap options. I mean, you got that Hellcat motor in here. Why would you want to put a V10 or a V12? I don't know. Forza's dropping the ball on that one. I think there should be something a little better. Maybe a Dodge. You know, actually, you know what? I guess a Viper V10 might not be out of the question. We're going to keep this one rear-wheel drive because I don't think many of these cars do come all-wheel drive. If they do, that would be an absolute monster, especially on the drag strip. Now, front bumper, it's looking like we're going to keep this one stock. Again, you guys know, Polecat's car pretty much stock from factory. And that goes for the body kit as well. Now, one thing I am going to go ahead and upgrade is just the tires, because I feel like tire compound, especially in a video game, is probably one of the better things that you can do. Big old fat tires in the back there. And obviously these wheels, we're going to, let me just check here. Now, I am looking online, and it does look like this still has the same wheels on the Scat Pack that are on this Hellcat right now. So for that sake, we're just going to leave the wheels stock on here. Now, as far as drivetrain goes, this thing's an automatic, but I'm going to upgrade that clutch just a little bit, as well as the differential. Hopefully we can get sliding just a little bit with that diff installed on there. Now, obviously, Polecat doesn't have either of these things, but when we get into builds like this where the cars are pretty much stock, you know, we got to do a few minor modifications for your boy to feel a little bit satisfied here. And one of those modifications are going to be the suspension. Now, this thing from factory, looking a little bit 4x4, man. It looks much nicer when it's lowered. And with that, I think everything else is going to be looking good there in the platform and handling. Now comes the engine mods. And since this car is relatively stock, I'm just going to make a couple of suggestions here. Obviously, your boy's a racer, so that intake and that exhaust, probably one of the easiest things you can do to really improve the driving dynamics of the car. And then, obviously, that supercharger. We're going to max that up. And I think that's going to be pretty good as far as the mods. I don't want to get too carried away, but I do want to make this thing, you know, I do want to make some suggestions as to where Polecat should take this thing. And it's not unusual for YouTubers to find my videos and watch and comment on them. Had it happen a few times, so that would be really cool if you watch this video. And, you know, took just a little bit of advice, but probably not going to happen. As far as the differential, that's probably going to be the only thing that I'm going to adjust here, because I do want this thing to get sideways. Now, obviously, one of the last things that we have to do here is paint the car. Now, this thing is rocking that very nice factory gunmetal gray. I think that would be a gunmetal gray right there. So we're going to go ahead and add that up. And then obviously the wheels blacked out. Not really feeling those blue lug nuts, but I guess they'll have to do for the time being. And then we're going to go ahead and drop a little bit of tints on this bad boy. Who am I kidding, man? We're going to black them mofos out. And we have too many save files, so I'm going to have to go ahead and delete some of them. We're just going to do some random deletion here. El Camino. Don't think I need that one. Like I say, Forza Horizon 4 coming out very soon. I should actually probably go and pre-order that now that I think of it. Next time I'm in town, I'll go ahead and put the pre-order on that. But now that we got all that fun stuff out of the way, let's save it to the current car for real this time and take this bad boy out on the road to see what it is all about. Now, before we get going, just do that quick little 360 here, looking absolutely sick. Now, I know Polecat did have a Interceptor kind of pursuit build back in the day, but I think this is a much nicer upgrade. Now this thing absolutely ripping. I gotta say, a lot of grip coming from this thing. I think that Dodge really knew with this car that when you're putting this much power to the rear wheels, they're gonna have to have this thing stay straight. Oh, this guy was flashing me. My mistake, bro. They're going to have this thing stay relatively straight with all that power, and I think they did a really good job in that. Trying to hang it sideways is more of a chore than I would have liked. As you can see, banking that red line, and it just straightens itself out, which is really nice. This car, really a straight line vehicle. This and the Demon, obviously the Demon, a dedicated drag vehicle that is actually banned from most drag strips. The NHRA has said, no, this is too fast of a car, and yet it comes from factory with a set of drag slicks. So, you know, Dodge, they're doing some great stuff. Let's just put it that way. But this thing, I mean, you would not see a vehicle like this on the track taking turns and stuff like that. However, this one does it pretty gracefully, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit heavy. You can definitely feel the weight when you get it swinging around. The whole car just wants to slide like crazy, but I mean, it's manageable if you can get your line where you want it to be. It is definitely doable, and it's not the worst ride ever. I was expecting this thing to be an absolute pig, but I mean, it's, you know, compared to, let's say, a Miata or something like that, evidently there's a huge power to weight ratio, and as everybody knows with Miatas, the weight is, I mean, the key factor in it being a great sports car. And it's I watched a video with Matt Farah, the Smoking Tire, where he had the Trackhawk out on the track, and it's just one of those things, like, for it to be called a Trackhawk, it should perform well on the track. And the car, I mean, this is about, you know, a little bit less than the Jeep Trailcat would be. No, not the Trailcat, the Trackhawk. My mistake. The Trailcat, I believe, is a different vehicle. But, I mean, you can throw as much power as you want at these cars, but unless you're working on that weight reduction, which is something that I feel, oh my goodness, just duffing it. I do feel like Dodge needs to work on. I mean, they're just going for the full America, and I totally respect that. But somewhere along the line, they're going to have to realize that more power is not always the answer. I mean, it's good. It's not a bad thing, but you also have to work on that power to weight. And, you know, some all-wheel drive system, I feel, probably wouldn't hurt, especially on this car. But then that way you won't have to sell it with a set of drag slicks from the factory. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just saying. But we're getting a little bit out in the country here. I would like to travel back to the city for a nice little photo opportunity in our Scat Pack build, even though it's a Hellcat. As always, pretty sure I'm going to get some people commenting, even though I obviously just said that I know. But you can't please them all, man. But with that being said, man, we are going to jump into photo mode real quick. Love the way this thing looks. That paint is just absolutely sick. The SRT Hellcat / Scat Pack build, I guess you could say, man. I'm trying to find that angle. Where's the best angle for this car? I do like that rear end, that booty. Let me get these reverse lights off. But if you guys did enjoy this video, man, as always, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. And if you guys do have a request, one of your favorite YouTubers, and you want to see their car built on the channel, also let me know, because that really is where this channel took off, is taking your requests, other YouTuber builds that you guys want to see. And I mean, you know, we're not going to play with a good thing here, folks. So as always, I'm your boy Denali, aka Don Squally. I'm not going to say anymore. But yeah, as always, we're going to catch y'all, mofos. Oh, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. At the next one, man. Peace!